Welcome back, folks, to Resident Evil Remake. It's been a good while, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm coughing a lot less. I'm still congested, of course, but I'm feeling so much better. Now, what was I doing again? Oh, that's right. Put you in here. Let's see here. Wait, do I have an old camera? I don't have an old camera. Great. Oh. 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 Oh, fuck this. As funny as it is, I don't want to spend 4 minutes or 5 doing that. Let's see. Now to get the other masks. We got one, and it was in the Vine room. Now to get the rest. I believe there is one. I believe that there are 2 in this area. Well, in this section, really. Never go wrong with that. Let's see here. I believe it's this. Then this. And then finally this. Aha! I was correct. And oddly enough, it's the same room. There's a key difference here. Or rather, one giant difference that's... oh, whatever. The biggest difference is the puzzle's different. In the original game, which I'm doing alongside this, the puzzle in this room was actually... Christ, the puzzle in this room was that you were covering these 2 drain or whatever's... these 2 drains or whatever with statues. And then pressing the button. And if I remember, if you failed it, whatever, the room would fill with gas. Well, in the remake here, the remake here, the puzzle is, well, it's the knights. You have to figure out the order. Chris, these 4 knights here will all pop out. And you have to push back 3 in the right order. And the last one will slide back in on its own. If you get it right, the bars locking the box or whatever open up. If you fail, it's the same. It's the same result as the original game. Poison gas fill in the room. And now, with that in mind, we shall go and pay a visit to Richard. Now, we saw Richard in the original game, and many of you saw, and many of you heard his dialogue. Well, here we have the remake version.
You?
Chris Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue you.
Rebecca.
Richard, what the hell happened to you? Chris, this place. Get your team out of here. Demons everywhere.
Don't talk. He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake. But the size of the bite mark is huge.
It's not just any ordinary snake. Take my word for it.
He needs serum. I left it in another room.
I'll go get it.
Please hurry.
Hold on. I'll be back.
I think Rebecca in this I think Rebecca in the remake here is actually voiced by a different woman. Or other. And I'm saying this as comparison to the. I'm saying this as comparison to the other game that she's in. I think it's a different woman voicing her entirely. And if it is, I'm not surprised. And it's normally because Capcom for nearly every game in the Resident Evil franchise, a lot of actors they've had playing their key characters here, they usually end up being one-and-done actors. They voice the character for like one game or so. Chris. They voice the character for one game. And then they're never brought back. There are very few actors that they actually brought back. Or they actually bring back for other games. And I'd say one of the few... I would say... A couple of the few actors that they have for the early games coming back... Or reprising their roles for... or reprising their roles for other games... I would say are probably... I would go with the original voice actress for Ada. In Resident Evil 2. And no, not the remake. And then Alison Cord as Claire.
Hope this is what you wanted.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you a shot now, Richard. Hang in there.
Here. Answer radio. Take care of yourself. Becca. Richard.
He's okay. He's just unconscious.
Rebecca, it's not safe here. Let's get Richard to a safer place.
Right. Richard's doing well, Chris. He should recover soon.
Good. Richard needs you now.
As soon as Richard gets better, we'll come after you.
Rebecca, you okay with a gun?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to continue my investigation.
Be careful. Okay?
And now for the while, I can't really go in that room as I'd like to, because if I do, it's just going to result in me going through a cutscene again and again of her asking me if something's wrong. And I'd like to avoid that. Not because I don't like it, but because I don't want to repeat a cutscene over and over. I don't want to repeat a cutscene over and over and over again. Now, as I was saying, it was Alison Court and then Ada's original voice actress. Those are the only two that I know from the early game. Those are the only two from the early games that actually reprised their roles. Well, actually, it's not entirely true. I would say you also have... How do I put it? You also have Wesker from... Like, you also have the guy who voiced Wesker in Resident Evil Code Veronica. Reprising the role at... I'm reprising the role... Well... I would say he reprised the role like 3 times? No, wait, twice? And it's because the first time it was in this game. And then the final time he did it was in Resident Evil 0. I'll come back for that, actually. Time to go and put the ammo away in the... in the item box. Let's see if I remember... Like, let's see here. Let's see here. Ada's voice actress from Resident Evil 2 had reprised her for Resident Evil 4, I believe. And I think again in Umbrella Chronicles. Oh. Wait a minute, did I shoot the one upstairs too? Whoa, what a shot. I wasn't trying to, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, it's badass. Anyway, what is it? What is it? Alison Court, who played Claire in Resident Evil 2, had reprised her for Code Veronica. And the guy that had voicing Wesker in Code Veronica had reprised his role for... Christ. For this game and Zero. And the guy that had voicing Chris in this game, I'd say this is the only game he... I think this is the only game he has under his belt. Like, for Resident Evil voicing credits, I think this is the only game he's had under his belt. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. And if I am, please tell me in the comments. I'd like to hear it. So ring around the table. Musical score. Okay, cool. Getting out of this room. Oh, and by the way, if I'm wrong about anything whenever if I'm wrong about anything when it comes to these games, or if you know stuff, feel free to tell me in the comments. I love to hear it. I love learning more about this stuff. Okay, that didn't work. I was gonna try and blow up his head so I could get the dagger back, but never mind. It didn't work. Woe is me. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm missing something important. Must get the shield. But no, seriously, when it comes to the games I'm covering here, if you have tidbits about it you'd like to share, please tell me. And if you have any requests, Chris, if you have any requests for a game that you'd like me to play, please tell me in the comments. I'd like some ideas, you know? Oh, wait. Take a grenade in your mouth. Oh no, watch it. Anyway, like I was saying before, if you guys have any requests for games that you'd like me to play, please tell me in the comments. Oh! Whoa, careful. What a mouthful. I'd love to hear your ideas anyway. Indie game or whatever.
This room is equipped with all sorts of medical supplies. I could pretty much treat any wound. Want me to treat your wounds?
Actually, yeah, please.
Yeah, would you? Thanks.
Somebody sure knows how to get a deal. Most of the medical supplies here are from Umbrella.
Umbrella?
Don't you know? They're only the biggest taxpayers around here. They make most of these medicines right here. Homegrown in Raccoon City. But there's not much left, so take care of yourself.
I will, thank you. Anyway, Chris, I'd love to hear your ideas. Because every now and again, I would like to mix it up, you know? Either try something new, or possibly, visit or revisit a game that I visit or revisit a game that I already know. I know one franchise I want to do on here is actually Onimusha, and I say that because my co-star, he's is it? I swear to you, my co-star is a huge history nerd. The dude loves his history. And I think he'd be. I personally think he'd be delighted to. I personally think he'd be delighted to go through Onimusha. Though I will say Onimusha 2 will probably throw him out of whack. And Chris can't play.
It's me, Chris.
Rebecca.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
God, I love this piece. I love classical music, and, well, to a degree, and this is my favorite piece.
Oh, what was that?
My interpretation is off a little. Let me practice for a while.
Yeah.
Sure. But don't get too carried away.
Oh, I won't.
Anyway, what is it? I think Onimusha 2 will probably throw him out of whack. Probably because of the robot unicorn. And the jet ski barracuda. No lie, no lie. I really do think that Onimusha 2 is what'll make him question how it's still historical fiction. I would have questioned it back then, however, I didn't for a reason. It's because it's really easy for me to suspend my, like, it's easy for me to suspend my disbelief.
Chris, I think I got it.
Beautiful.
Practice makes perfect.
What's this?
A hidden room. George Trevor's diary. Oh shit. November 24th, 1967. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? Like this. A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, "Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons." That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this There are only two people that know the secret know the secret of this mansion. Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? It doesn't matter now. It's too dangerous here. My family, they're all right. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. November 26, 1967. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter. The one that Jessica gave me for my birthday. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th. The date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait, even as I'm writing, my memory's coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coats said something like, "Most likely your family is already." I pray for their safety. November 27th, 1967. Somehow I managed to get out of that room, but getting out of this mansion won't be as easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try and remember for my own sake. Anyways, I was saying, I can easily suspend my disbelief. I'd say regardless of how stupid the story is. And yes, I mean that. No matter how dumb your story is or whatever. If you set rules in place, we'll go with it. Just don't break your own rules. Aha, the mansion key. Speaking of which, what time are we at? "30 minutes exactly. Okay. Okay, and with that in mind, I will see you guys next time. I would like to go further, but I don't want to... I would like to go further, but I don't want to drag this out. And to top it off, I like to leave things as... I like to leave certain things as surprises. So with that in mind, I'll catch you later.